Hi guys, Hexicans. The price of Hex is pumping almost 5x from the bottom, so I decided to make a video. I think this video would be very important for you because I will tell you things that you don't know and no one talks about. So I like Hexicans or the viewers of this channel to see it first, because I think you might start hearing those things from other people, but this is going to be the channel. You hear it first. So everyone is talking about the money printing, the bond yields, etc. So you see, like, the 10-year treasury, the yield is 4.7 over. So money are leaving the US debt market, basically the investors demanding more yield because they see US economy, US government as a risky investment at the moment. On the other side, here you could see the Federal Reserve balance sheet. You see the big print here during COVID, after COVID, and the tightening next few years. And we start seeing a little bit of monetization. So basically this is a print for once. And everyone is saying until we don't see a big print, we won't see like altcoin bull run. So I think this is false, and I could like prove myself right very easy. So we saw like Bitcoin over $100,000 without a big print. So basically here, even when Federal Reserve was tightening. So afterwards, we saw like gold and silver pump. That was around 7-8 months ago. After this pump, the money moved to AI stocks, and we saw explosion of the AI companies, valuation of the AI companies. So basically, we're seeing like that money is rotating into the market. So basically they went from Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin is small market, but afterwards some of the money went to gold. Afterwards they went into this AI stock. So money is rotating all the time. We don't need money print to see crypto moving up again. And basically, I think that's what is coming next, because everyone is bearish, everyone expecting like a big recession, but where the money is gonna go? Where the money is gonna go? They should go somewhere, right? And they always chasing yield. It's a game of cat and mouse, because the big players, they seeking yield, they seeking returns, and they making the returns by start pumping something, because the masses are making the top. We saw like the euphoria in the precious metals November, December last year, but the old money, the smart money, they've been accumulating gold and silver for years. Market makers moved the price up, and all the masses went to the queues to buy, like to dealers to buy gold and silver, and they made the top. Of course, they're going to get their money back in purchasing power if they wait enough, but sometimes the wait is long, very long, because those are very heavy markets. That's not the case. That's not the case with crypto. Look, Hex, we need a very little money to pump this price. So I don't think we're going to see those levels again. I think the walls was gift from the market makers to the believers, because many people are involved in this ecosystem for 5, 6 years, 4 years, very long time. And some of the influencers, that's why I don't like to make videos regularly, because sometimes emotions are taking over, and especially on X. Even I am quite negative on X. I'm not negative, I'm just sharing my opinion, and many times I'm right. But imagine like you listening to the influencers and they say, we won't see HEX price or Pulse HEX price recover until Ethereum hit like $3,700. Okay, Ethereum isn't $3,700 and HEX is five times higher. You're wrong. You may have like 10,000 followers. You may have like 2,000-3,000 views per stream, but you're wrong. And if someone took your advice, he is like 5x less. If he invested, like, if someone invested $10,000 here, and I know people who bought the bottom. I bought the bottom as well, or very close to the bottom, and we are now 5x. And if you start buying now, you missed the first 5x. Of course, this thing could go much, much higher. It was 50 cents. But anyway, whatever you do, you miss the first 5x. Even if it retraced to here, you missed the first double. So people are creating false narratives and other naive people are falling for them. And this is very, very sad because there are so many people in this ecosystem. They like to be babysit. They like to be told very positive things. Of course, there are some very smart guys. Very smart guys in this ecosystem, but overall, like, sometimes the sentiment is very wrong. So, I talk about narratives. I talked about one more thing. I disagree with this a lot. So basically, everyone is saying we need the whales. Whales are most important thing. Whales got diamond hands. So, false, right? HEX is designed for receiving yield interest through staking. So it doesn't matter if you're a whale, you're a pleb, you stake long, you do what you promise, like 10 years stake, you don't break the rules, you receive the yield. Doesn't matter you're a whale or poor guy. And another example, and this is like the social status. So the whale is a whale, right? For example, let's take Rakan, right? During the bear market, he had Lamborghinis, like very, very nice lifestyle. He probably have like rich friends. So if he make money, what car he gonna buy, right? He gonna drive Lambo, he may buy a helicopter or plane, I don't know. But it's not like something so dramatic. You say, oh, this guy, look, he went so rich. He's already rich. People know he is rich. You see him on the street. You work in the coffee shop. He's your customer. He said, oh, this guy is rich. He's always rich. He didn't know. You won't know he made like another $100 million if he don't tell you. But for example, I said, okay, coffee shop. You work in the coffee shop for a salary of, I don't know how much is in America. Let's say $3,000-4,000. And you say, oh man, I want this BMW M2. I want this car. I want holiday. And I said, okay, I'm going to invest, right? I'm going to invest $10,000. And you see now you probably, just an example, someone bought here, right? $10,000 worth of HEX here. He's already 5x. And probably very soon it's not financial advice, but soon he may be 10x. So $10,000 now are like $100,000. And this guy, oh, okay, I'm gonna buy something. I'm gonna buy a M2, for example, the OG M2 for around $30,000, and I'll go on holiday to Bahamas with my girlfriend. And the colleague will say, man, how you can afford that? Like, we're working for $3,000, you're buying a M2, BMW M2, and you're going on nice holiday. Just how you do that? He said, oh, I bought crypto. Oh, what did you buy? Oh, I bought HEX. Oh, I like to buy as well. You see, like, the change of the social statuses start getting dramatic, right? Because the guy 10x his money. Like, if you have like $10,000 and $100,000 is different. It's very different. $100,000 is not a lot of money, but let's say $10,000 is very it's very normal to be invested in crypto. So this guy, his colleague gonna say on his friends, oh, my colleague bought this cryptocurrency HEX, he made like 10x, he bought a BMW M2, bloody hell, I'm driving like this 1980s Honda, for example. So people start talking, and more people or start getting interested. And even if some rich guy know you as a poor working person, at some point he will say, "Oh, what you did? Like, did you win the lottery?" And you say, "No, I invest in crypto." "Oh, which crypto?" Because, guys, like that's how the euphoria is created. Small guys telling other small people, and eventually the middle class is coming and then start selling their houses, 401ks, pouring like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Many of us like invested like $2,000-3,000 in this HEX thing from the beginning. Very few invested like big money. So yeah, that's the thing. And the most important thing of this video, hopefully you're still watching because you will understand something which you don't know it exists, it's possible. So most of the people think Federal Reserve is creating money by monetizing the debt and giving to the US government. Some people know that other institutions, US institutions like banks are creating money, which is true. But how many of you know that European banks are creating US dollars out of thin air? So European banks can create US dollars, and those dollars are called Euro dollars. And look at those dollars' existence. Is between 13 and 15 trillion dollars in existence. They can't be tracked. They're probably more. They're probably over 20 trillion. You could find like 6-7 trillion, but a lot. US debt is around 40 trillion. And Euro dollars around 40% of the US debt. So how they're creating? Fractional reserve multiplier. For example, me as a European, I want to invest like $1 million in European bank. They giving me some interest, 0.01, for example, APY. They taking my 1 million. They've got this $1 million in the balance sheet, and they start giving dollars as loans. So they're creating loans, so they could recreate this 1 million 1,000 times, right? Fractional reserve. Also, credit expansion. You could ask any AI, and you could learn about this thing. You could see like information from the Bank of International Settlement everywhere. This is not like conspiracy theory. So basically, what is happening? Old European rulers are creating dollars out of thin air, and the taxpayer basically all over the world are paying the price because this is the reserve currency. But first, you guys, the Americans who believe in the Constitution, and you're saying, "Oh, we are protected, whatever." This is a fairy tale. So basically, when those dollars are getting created, you paying the inflation, right? And your taxes are getting higher. So old European leaders, those banking families, they still rule you. You just don't know it because you don't want to believe it. $15 trillion, that's a lot of money. Do you know what is going to happen to crypto market if $10 trillion are injected? We're going to see quadrillions, many more zeros after those trillions. So money is created constantly, and those charts doesn't matter. Because you see, those are charts for plebs. Plebs formation. Oh, the yield is high. I need to invest in something different. Like, what is opposite the US dollar? I buy gold. Or I buy Bitcoin. Oh, Federal Reserve start printing again. Money are losing value. I'm going to buy gold. But the old money, the rulers, they knew that way before. Way before. They're printing money. I want you to do your own research on this thing. Go online, ask some AI, find information, and you will see how money is created all the time. So if someone say, "Oh, they don't there is no money to buy Bitcoin or gold or stocks. No, there is always money. They could go to Cayman Island offshores, Federal Reserve supported institutions, or EU banks or UK banks printing euro dollars. So I think this is something you will appreciate, the video. Like it, you could share it with your friends, you could share it online. I know my English is not very good, but at least I think I'm giving you information which is important, and I'm sharing a different opinion from what other guys saying online. So have a nice day and bye for now.